What's up, guys? We're diving into the modern dating chaos, double standards, and why men are saying no thanks to relationships and marriage. Let's get into it.
I'm so fucking tired of being disappointed by men. I'm so fucking tired of getting hurt. I'm so fucking tired of men lying and then calling it honesty. I'm so tired of men pretending like they want to be in a relationship with you and literally pretend and act like they are in a relationship with you just for them to turn around weeks later and say they don't want a relationship with you. So what the fuck were you doing the entire time? Were we playing pretend? How old are we? I thought we stopped playing pretend when we turned like 9. Why are we still doing it? Why are you a little boy in a man's body? Why have you not matured yet? Why do I have to be disappointed and feel like a fool every fucking time? I'm so tired, because from what I've also learned about guys is that they know right away. They know pretty early on if they see it with you or they don't, and they're not going to waste their fucking time if they don't see it, right? And I'm not talking about like just keeping you around, kind of breadcrumbing you just to like be able to get into your pants so that, you know, you go out on a night out so that they can text you at 2 a.m. and you come over. I'm just saying, like, I've gone through enough, I've been through enough that like I know the difference. I can usually spot the difference. I'm talking about guys that are coming over, cooking me dinner, hanging out multiple times a week, going on dates, paying for things. I'm meeting their friends, they're meeting my friends. Like, very much dating, right? So you can do all of the long-term relationship-y things with me, but then turn around and say you don't see the long-term relationship with me.
So she's ranting about being tired of men but fails to address her own behavior. Can you spot it? Pretty obvious. She's upset that guys act interested but then don't want a relationship. But here's the harsh reality. Men aren't stupid. You've done something that turned them off. Many don't want the legal minefield of relationships today where one wrong move can destroy their lives. And why invest in someone who clearly views men as disposable? And plus she claims she knows the difference between genuine guys and breadcrumbers. Really? If she did, would she still be up here griping? No. Well, probably yes. But then why keep falling for the same type? Feminist entitlement teaches women to act like victims while ignoring accountabilities. So guys, avoid women who think your commitment is their birthright. But let's continue with the rant. She's not done yet.
Everyone's like, oh my god, Lindsay, how do you deal with heartache? How do you deal with like getting rejected and getting your feelings hurt? I like don't handle it well, but the more it happens, the better I become at just like fucking letting it go. I used to always turn it around and be like, okay, well, what happened? And why me? And what did I do wrong? And why didn't he like me? Now, there's no rhyme or reason. I've literally learned that it is nothing to do with me. And that's not to say I'm perfect. That's not to say that, like, you know, everyone has to like me. But it doesn't matter, honestly, what they tell me. It doesn't make it any better. So asking them, like, what went wrong, save yourself the fucking time. Save yourself the text message. Save yourself. They're gonna lie. You're never gonna get the real truth. Sucks to get excited about someone and to really put your time and energy and for it to be reciprocated and for it to be going well and then for it to be taken away from you without you understanding and without getting any type of like good reason. Because most likely it has nothing to do with you. Because honestly, I think he could see a long-term relationship with me because he wouldn't have done all that shit if he couldn't have. And it's something that he needs to deal with within himself. Either one, he's not ready for a long-term relationship, period. Not because it's with you, with anyone. And maybe you're the first girl that he actually started to see and feel a long-term relationship with. And he panicked. He freaked out. He had put his foot in the water and he panicked and got cold feet and basically blamed it on you. When in reality, he might have some unhealed trauma, isn't over his ex-girlfriend, is stressed out. Like, you never fucking know, but most of the time, the guy is not going to take the responsibility or take the time to probably self-reflect and deep dive into why he can't see a relationship with you when you guys get along like a house on fire, and he probably won't find someone that he gets along better with in a while. And maybe he'll figure it out later and, you know, and be like, oh shit, I probably shouldn't have done that. But by that point, it's going to be too fucking late. So I can sit here and boo-hoo and be upset and, you know, and try to hope that he figures out what he lost, or just understand that the person that you're meant to be with won't fucking, like, let you go and will realize how special the person in front of them is and won't do shit like this.
You're a damaged goods lady.
She's dodging self-awareness, saying it's not me, it's them, while lamenting rejection. Most men can smell entitlement. Relationships today often boil down to women viewing men as therapists, meal takers, and emotional punching bags. And her rant about guys not reflecting as rich considering she refuses to reflect herself. Maybe the problem is society's encouraging women to think they're flawless queens deserving of constant worship. And again, guys, don't waste your time here. Focus on self-improvement and don't fall for the trauma and healing sob story bullshit. Women like this will drain you emotionally and then ghost when things get real.
When a girl is done with you, she is done with you. Listen, a woman can only live in a state of delusion for so long. Granted, the delusion state can last for years. What men don't quite understand is when a girl ends it on her terms, it's not like it just happened overnight. She has a pending legal case against you. She has a laundry list of things that she hates about you. It's just a matter of time where she's gonna reach the state of namaste, where none of your bullshit is gonna bother her. And this is the state where it's just ironic because that's when like men wake the fuck up and they're like, oh no, like I actually gonna lose her. And then they want to step up. They want to then wife her up. But it's too fucking late. And that's what men don't understand is like women actually at some point find a little self-respect for themselves and they will walk away. And it's not like they're gonna walk away temporarily. They're gonna walk away for good. It does not matter if you all of a sudden have become a stand-up man. You've tainted that relationship. She no longer is in love with the idea of you. She knows who you are through and through, and it does not matter if you've improved. She hates you, and that's all that matters.
Straight from the horse's mouth, when a woman leaves you, physically leaves you, she had already done it mentally and emotionally weeks, months, or years in advance. She's giving this men don't change until it's too late spiel. First, she claims women walk away for good after being fed up. And sure, some women do, but after years of milking the man dry. Let's not forget the alimony checks and the child support payments, which you're more than happy to keep. I mean, the double standard is just glaring. And when a man leaves, he's heartless, but when a woman leaves, it's self-respect, please. You know, society has created this strong, independent woman delusion where women are taught they can do no wrong. And meanwhile, courts give them everything in divorce while demonizing men. But guys, this is why marriage in the West isn't worth the risk anymore. Protect yourself and don't buy into this victim narrative.
I saw a video of someone saying that when a woman is done with you, she talks to you like she works in customer service, and it's the truest thing I've ever seen. It's so fucking true. We will talk to you like we work in HR. We will talk to you like you are a business partner. Because there's no need for us to continue talking like we're fucking with each other, because we're not. So therefore the dynamic is going to be different and it's going to be very evident. I will keep it very pleasant, straight to the point. Dun dun dun. We don't need to be like, hey baby, how are you? 3,000 kisses, honey. What the fuck? We're not together anymore. We're not dating anymore. We're not in a situationship anymore. Whatever the scenario is, that is over and done with in the past. Therefore, we're going to communicate like we communicate with other people, but even less, because at this point, you know, the bond has been destroyed. So you're not even gonna get the same vibe as like a good friend. You know, you're just gonna get a pleasant vibe. You know, you should be grateful that you're still in communication with this person, because most people will just cut somebody off and not communicate. So if you're still in communication, just accept the professionalism. Don't expect love songs and, you know, oh my god, baby, I miss you, la la la. You know, because if the person is truly done with you, she's gonna act like she's done with you. And also, if you're the person that destroyed the bond, like you set the bond on fire and pissed on it, you are very delusional to expect that person to feel the same way or act the same way towards you. If you cross the line with someone or you destroy the bond is destroyed. So therefore, she's going to treat you differently. She doesn't see you the same way. You're not going to get the same her. She's going to see you as a normal, regular civilian.
Right.
So now we're comparing post-breakup communication to HR emails. I mean, women who pull this professional vibe are just masking their passive-aggressive tendencies. They're still trying to control the narrative by pretending they're over it while keeping you on the back burner. Ladies, here's a reality check. Men aren't groveling for your pleasant vibe. The only bond being destroyed is the one between accountability and your actions. Men are realizing they don't need to put up with this nonsense, and social media and feminist propaganda have turned relationships into a power struggle. Guys, don't waste your energy on trying to fix the bond. Focus on building a life that doesn't revolve around her drama.
When a woman finally decides to walk away, there is absolutely nothing you can do. I wish more people understood just how common this relationship narrative is. The woman thinks the man is going to change, and then he never does. And the man thinks the woman will never leave, but eventually she gets sick and fed up, and she finally does. And the way she rationalizes this is she thinks that if she continues to forgive him again and again, he's going to realize what a ride or die she is. And then finally he's going to step up and be the man she needs him to be. When actually what he's really thinking is, if she's forgiving me, then what I'm doing can't possibly be that bad. And so it happens over and over again. And each time she forgives him, she actually respects him a little bit less and a little bit less. In fact, over time, she grows to hate him, and she actually grieves a relationship while they're still together. And so finally, when she does gain the courage to leave, she's gone, and she's gone for good, because what she thinks to herself is, I gave this relationship my absolute all, and at least I know that I left no stone unturned. And so now I can move on and be at peace with that decision. Where the guy will say, oh, she'll be back. Yeah, just like your dad with the milk. I don't fucking think so. When she's gone for good. She might have left the city. She might have even left the country. And then what happens is she swears off men. She's celibate for 6 months, a year, maybe even multiple years. And then she steps into her most powerful self. She's happy being single again. She's investing in her career, her friendships. She's just overall bossed up. And then, and only then, does the right guy come into her life, literally sweep her off her feet and treat her like a queen, because she won't tolerate any less. And she's learned her lesson. Every time. Every time.
Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up.
We continue to rehash the narrative women leave men because men don't change. Most men aren't changing because they're tired of the woman's endless demands. And it's a lose-lose situation. Change too much and you're called spineless. Don't change and you're the villain. Let's call out this ride or die myth. Modern women aren't sticking around because they care. They're waiting for leverage. Women grieve relationships while still in them. Yes, but only after draining every ounce of value. Guys, this is why you need to go your own way. Relationships today are stacked against you legally and emotionally. Focus on self-growth and let her boss up with her cats and wine. You'll be better off.
Good men do finish last. And I'm going to tell you why. When a woman finally meets a good man after being neglected, taken for granted, torn down, you name it, all these bad men, she finally meets a good man. She doesn't understand what she's done to deserve this kind of love. She doesn't know how to receive that love. And when a woman is in that state of mind, she is constantly looking for red flags. And when she finds one, even a small red flag, she will cling to it and mentally check out of the relationship, and the man doesn't even know it. And this is where a good man does what good men do, and they will continue to fight and give grace and time, thinking that she will come around, because he has no idea that she has already mentally checked out of that relationship. And trust me when I say that no good man would willingly choose to stay and fight for a relationship where he is not wanted. Therefore, good men do finish last, because they are constantly punished for all of the bad men in a woman's past.
Yeah, there's definitely some good information in there. Good men finish last is because modern dating culture punishes them. When women meet a good man, they sabotage it by projecting baggage from their exes. It's not the good guy's job to heal her trust issues. And guys are realizing they're better off without the drama. And why waste energy on someone constantly looking for red flags? If she's constantly questioning you, leave before you're roped into a toxic dynamic. And this is another reason why men are opting out of traditional dating. Women have been conditioned to exploit kindness while idolizing toxic behaviors. Instead, get your passport, find a traditional partner abroad, and leave the circus behind. You deserve much better. Well, guys, we're seeing the disturbing trend of modern dating: entitlement, double standards, refusal to take accountability. Women today are conditioned by feminism, social media, and biased family laws to see men as expendable. Relationships have become a one-sided transaction where men give and women take. The destruction of the family unit isn't accidental. Corporations and elites profit from fractured households and single-parent homes. They push narratives that vilify men while glorifying independence, and leaves both sexes isolated and miserable. But guys, it's time to protect yourself. The court system isn't on your side, and neither is society. Focus on building your life, improve yourself, and avoid relationships that drain you emotionally and financially. Consider seeking relationships in countries with traditional values where respect and partnership still exist. Solutions: men need to create communities that support self-improvement and reject modern dating traps. Avoid social media's toxic influence, understand family laws before committing, and never trust in someone who sees you as disposable. The game's rigged, but you don't have to play. Well, guys, that's the end of the video here today. If you like what you've seen, hit that like button, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Drop me a comment down below on what you think, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.